Hello, flying dinosaur fans. So we have the last of the sky species here, put up by Kong species, and Dino Roll is the way line of these dinosaurs. This is called the Quetzalcoatlus. It was named after the Quetzalcoatl, mystical creature or god or whatever it is. So this collection came out in 2024, but the box doesn't actually show you the other three. So reading Wikipedia, in 1971, Douglas Lawson found this thing in Texas. There's two different species though on Wikipedia, a small size and a large size. So this image here is the large one, which they estimate may be 11 meters in width, wingspan, and the size of a Cessna airplane. The weights vary quite a bit though. I guess they just haven't been able to find a full skeleton, so they have to do a lot of extrapolation. Just kind of a credit card thing. There it is out in the wild. And then, okay. So you gotta be really careful pulling these out of the box because it's rigid plastic, some sort of hard polyurethane, and this foam is actually torn, and might snag the bag or the foam. So some people theorize these were skimming birds. It would skim the water, but in reality, I think a lot of people are agreeing that this is probably hunted things like a stork does. It just kind of sits still and then pierces animals with its long beak and its very long, powerful neck, right? And this thing would have been flying around in the late Cretaceous period of North America, where the middle of North America was basically an ocean. Alright, let me get that graphic out of the way back there. So let's take a look at this thing now. So we got the good old cartoonized skeleton. Hold on, Windows 11. Silly taskbar. You can't drag it to a different part of the monitor, and it doesn't vanish all the time. So this definitely looks like a cartoon skeleton. It's pretty neat. Alright. And then it's like a fossilized egg, I suppose, with this geode-like texture, some yellow and dark green dots with these yellowish protrusions. It's got three fingers with some black claws there. And I think it walked around on all fours, and scientists theorize it galloped a little bit to take off. It didn't just run on its back feet. Speaking of that, the back feet do have inner claws here. It's got a very short tail, and it's like a lime green color. It's all matte finished, and then you can start seeing there's like a airbrushing of brown. So it's brown here, dark green, lime green, and then they stamped or painted on these really bright lime green things, which also have like a darker green in them. The neck here is all wrinkly, veiny and stuff. The belly's pretty smooth. The bottom of the jaw looks like a separate piece, and that also makes the tongue look really neat as it's floating there. It's all wet looking inside with a gloss paint finish, and then a lot of detail on the underside. And yeah, the tongue's alright as well. Nostrils are nice and deep, and then the glass eyes have these black dots, and it's pretty much looking kind of forward and up a little bit. It's got this funky, I don't know, bony structure on the top of its head. And you can see the back of the neck. You can see these feathers molded really nice. They're sticking up quite a bit. Be careful though, they are rigid. They might snap off. Same with the wings there. So all in all, it's pretty cool. Yeah, interesting. I think there's a secret chase of this. Same casting in a different livery. Maybe if you bought the set, you would get that. But I didn't buy the set. So I can show off the collection now, minus the special chase, of course. This is the Nyctosaurus. This is the Tupandactylus. I'm not pronouncing any of these correctly. Except maybe this, the pterodon. Although it looks like a pterodon, the way it's spelled. I put these things on these acrylic discs so I can have the labels and know what they're called. But you can still see, the little skeleton underneath. I use poster putty to mount them. Alright, so you can see this last one actually is probably the plainest of the head ornamentation. Whereas this one's got a big spike. The other two have like sails. But they all seem to be quadrupeds, like they're walking around on all fours. They all have like chicken-like skin, or bat-like. They look like bats, actually. Yeah. Alright. Well, Yeah, I guess we'll still leave it with this. You can look up those other reviews. Alright, well thank you for watching, and I guess we'll get back to maybe look at some other dinosaurs. Alright, take care. Bye.